Good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon, Professor. Today I would like to present about my research project. Well, I would like to doing some research about the comparative and competitive advantage of the Kaesong Industrial Complex. So, first of all, the reason why I choose this topic. Some will say it will quite political issue, especially regarding the chorus FTA recently. And actually, I'm interested in the subject because of these two reasons. The first one is the Korean reunification, which I learned from my class, Society, Culture, and Political of East Asia. And the second one is the International Political Economy class, which have to be taken by the international relations student. So, but because of these two classes, I got to know about the Kaesong Industrial Complex in Korea, which is one of the path of the reunification of the two Koreans. And the next one is my research question. Okay, the major question which I propose is that why it is necessary for United States to exclude the product made by the Kaesong Industrial Complex in the chorus FTA. So, for the key concept, as I mentioned before about the Kaesong Industrial Complex, which is one of the pathway or the milestone of the reunification of Korea, and the second one is the chorus FTA. If you are not interested in economic matter, maybe this term might be strange for you. It's about the free trade agreement between Korea and United States, which proposed in 2007, which I will introduce to you more later. And the second one is about the rule of origin. It is one of the law which is based on the World Trade Organization law. And the fourth and the fifth one is comparative and competitive advantage. The two of these terms is merely from the economic field, which is the comparative advantage come from David Ricardo, which the specification to efficiency, and the other one is competitive advantage based on Michael Porter theory, which is little bit neoclassical theory. It's not only regarding the specialization of economic, which is important, but also the gain from the trade. And the last one is about the large return scale and multinational thing, is the type of the industry which is I will examine in the Kaesong Industrial Complex. And duty free is regarding the rule of origin concept, because the term is used in free trade agreement to show the positive list, which this is the product which got the duty free got excluded from the tax or the tax reduction in the free trade agreement. Next is my main hypothesis is that the chorus free trade agreement does not provide the duty free entry into US for the product made by the Kaesong Industrial Complex because of the protectionist economic factor of the US. If you see my research question before, maybe most of you will just say, okay, well, it's Korean and United States free trade agreement, and the Kaesong is in North Korea. That's why United States will just exclude it everything. But my hypothesis will talk. Actually, I want to go deeper in terms of economic politics of the complex itself. So it's not just merely because of it's not Korean, they are isolated from the world. So that's on. And then about the hypothesis which I turn into null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis, which is the first one. Kaesong Industrial has various comparative advantage. If might be, that's why the free trade agreement are excluding the Kaesong Industrial Complex to enter the duty free, and the other one that Kaesong Industrial Complex doesn't have any comparative advantage, and that's why it's merely because of the North Korean factor. And then the independent variable and dependent variable. The dependent variable are the variable which I can use to answer my research question, and the dependent variable are the question which I am questioning right now. And the methodology I will use is the literature study, because, well, I wish I could visit the Kaesong Industrial Complex by this program, but since maybe it's quite difficult, maybe literature study will help me a lot, because I can search the data from the history, the progress, and the data of the industry, and also the list of the market. Because as my working plan first. This is my working plan. In the fall semester, I would like to search about the history, progress, and the list of the industry in the Kaesong Industrial Complex, and also the market. And for the spring semester, I will start to elaborate the data and testing my hypothesis whether it's right or not. And then, so brief summary what I have done so far. I can divide it into two parts, which is about the Korean-United States Free Trade Agreement and also the Kaesong Industrial Complex. First of all, about the Korean-United States Free Trade Agreement in brief. Well, it was proposed in February 2006 during the George W. Bush administration in the United States, and then it was signed by April 2007, and voila, it is the Korea's FTA already signed, but it has not been ratified by the legislative, and it would be the second largest free trade agreement after the North American Free Trade Agreement, which is consists of Canada, Mexico, and United States. And the major issue of it was about that most of the Korean people and also United States people reject the proposal of this free trade agreement. But the other one is about the rule of origin, which is happened to the Kaesong Industrial Complex. As just for the information, Kaesong Industrial Complex was included during the free trade agreement between Korean and Singapore, but during this agreement, Kaesong Industrial Complex it is excluded. And so my basic assumption came from the international political economic theory, which I used to formulate my hypothesis, is that economic nowadays is tend to globalize. That's why free trade, which proposed majorly by the World Trade Organization, is tend to be used in every single country in the world. But on the contrary, the rule of origin of manufactured thing is one of the protectionism objection in free trade agreement. As we all know, the rule of origin is one of the rule which consists which state that even it is produced in, for example, in Korea or in Indonesia or in somewhere else, the raw material and the intermediate material of it it's also matter. And also the next one is about the range of issue. In summary, the Kaesong Industrial Complex was proposed since 1998, and it was proposed by Hyundai Asan to establish the industrial complex in near the military zone. And in 2002 they started to build it, but it was really established by 2004, and by 2007 is the proposal of the signature of the Chorus FTA, and 2011 will be now. So my range of research will start from 2004 and until 2011 now. And my expected output would be this: the reason why United States needed to exclude the product made by Kaesong Industrial Complex, and to make mapping of the economic protection factor which US used to as the implication of the Korean-United States Free Trade Agreement, and to gain better understanding about Korean industrial context, because this is one of the path of the reunification of the Korea. I think that's all my presentation. Thank you for listening.